together again on the radio. And I will tell you, this Friday we're going to do our show from the Playboy Mansion. It's our summer splash and flash. And we will be joined at the Playboy Mansion on Friday by Hugh Hefner, Rob Schneider will be there, Frank Caliendo. There'll be some Playboy bunnies there, and a live set from Simple Plan. They will play live on the air right there. And you will hear that show this Friday, the Tom Leykis Show from the Playboy Mansion. And as we did at our last Playboy Mansion event, we're going to invite the hottest women in Southern California to send us their photographs, and we are going to have a group of anywhere from 6 to a dozen grotto girls. And if you would like to be a grotto girl, you can simply send us your photograph. Now, by the way, normally when we do Flash Friday or we do one of our appearances, women of all shapes and sizes, colors, whatever, everybody takes their tops off and we get a chance to sign those racks. And we love that. And in fact, we encourage the girl next door to be the one who will appear because, you know, we're frankly, we just want to see everybody take their tops off. That's what we want. But the grotto girls, we are looking for you to be, let's face it, hot, 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 which means you can be a pro. You can be, you know, an actress. You can be a model. You can be a singer. You can be an aspiring actress. You can be a topless dancer. Be a porn actress. Whatever. You can do that. If you are hotter than hot, unbelievably hot, and you would like to be a grotto girl, send those photos right now to The Grotto Girls. The Grotto Girls at AOL.com. You got that? The Grotto Girls at AOL.com. Grotto has 2 T's. Grotto. The Grotto Girls at AOL.com. Now, to be a grotto girl, you've got to be 21 years of age or older, and you've got to be cool with the fact that we will be having you take your clothes off. I mean, imagine this. If you've ever wanted to go to the Playboy Mansion and get nude in front of Hugh Hefner, this is your chance, girls. Many of you probably been sending your photographs or your portfolios in. Many of you probably cannot get past the entrance at the Playboy Mansion. Well, if you're a grotto girl, you will get in. So send your photo right now to The Grotto Girls at AOL.com. The Grotto Girls at AOL.com. That's simple. Wow, wow, wow. And, yes, girls, this is not 17 magazine or Teen Vogue. No plus sizes, no Lane Bryant models. Nobody who's pleasantly plump. Nobody who's ever used Dove firming cream. These are the people we do not want to see. Got it? If you're large and in charge, I'll tell you what, you send that into Monique. But do not show up here, please. That's all we ask, please. It's that simple. The Grotto Girls at AOL.com. You ready for that? The Grotto Girls at AOL.com. Man, oh man, oh man. And we'll see you on Friday at the Playboy Mansion for the summer splash and flash. That should be a lot of fun. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the program. Here we are together again on the radio. Bob writes in from Seattle. He says, hello, Tom. I've been listening to you for the past few years, and I greatly appreciate your view and what you have to say. Had you shared your views years ago, things for me certainly would have turned out differently. Well, see, you should have been listening years ago. Hell, Bob, I've been on the air in Seattle now for 11 years. He says, anyway, I've been married twice, and I have to say the second time around has been a million times better than the first. The reason I'm writing this is this. Day after day, I've been married for 9 years to a wonderful woman. We get along great. We don't fight. We have a good time in the sack together. The point is, I've been tearing up the same stuff for 11 years. All I think about now is getting some strange. Not that I want to have an affair, I just want some strange. You know, the chance to tear up some new stuff. Just a quick change of pace. You've been married, you know what it's like banging the same old stuff year after year. You know what I'm talking about, says Bob. It's just like a new car. The novelty of it wears off after a while. What is a man to do? He says, what really makes things worse, listen to this, see if you can relate to this, boys, is my kid brings all her 18 and 19-year-old high school friends after school. These girls all dress like they're on MTV. One thing's for sure, girls today are not built the same as they were built when I was in high school. Well, what can I say? He says, my mind begins to wander, and the desire for some strange gets even worse. Hey, they're young ladies, and they're starting to look good. Too good. He says, I'm curious to know what you think about this topic, or has anyone else had the same problem? It's Bob in Seattle. Bob, I've never made it to 11 years married, so I really don't know the answer to that question. And on top of that, I've never had any daughters who bring their teenage friends over. So I've never had to face that or get a look at that or think of how I would... Well, I guess now I'm kind of imagining how I would feel if I were there, 37 years old. And you've got a daughter who's 18. She brings her 18-year-old female friends over there. Ooh-wee. Well... God only knows how that would feel. So I'm wondering if there are men out there who, they used to call this the 7-year itch. It was a movie in the 60s called the 7-year itch. And it was said to be a common problem among men who got married. Of course, many of us don't stay married 7 years anymore. But back in those days, it was said that after it was approximately 7 years, that's what it would take. That's what it would take. About 7 years, and then you would be bored silly. And you would start to look at anything and everything else. And we're not talking about the people who've had affairs. We're not talking about the people who think their wives are bitches or whatever. We're talking about people who otherwise have a perfectly good home, perfectly good kids, perfectly good relationship otherwise. But you're bored, and you're starting to look at anything that moves. Anything. Your wife's friends, your daughter's friends, whoever. If you're in that position right now, I want to hear from you.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
You know the definitions of the word slut and the word bitch, right?
No.
A slut is anyone who's had more sex than I've had. You know what a bitch is?
What's that?
A bitch is a slut who'll sleep with everybody but me.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. All right. There you are. Married. Been with somebody a while. Maybe you've got kids. Probably do. Everything seemed like it was going okay, and now you are very, very, very bored. And you're starting to look at anything that moves. Ray on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Doing okay?
Good. I thought that was me writing in when I heard that.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Do tell.
Well, I've been married for 12 years.
Yeah.
And after a while, I really, really understand when you start looking at everybody else and everything. When you walk into a store, when you do anything, you can't get away from it. The same thing just gets old after a while.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. My wife and I get along, but, after a few years, she doesn't have to keep herself up. She's gaining some weight. And I don't need to see a roadmap to get to the thing I'm going for, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I've heard you talk about stretch marks before.
Oh, yeah.
They're disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that blue thunderbolt, as we like to call it, that big blue vein that sticks out after they've had kids.
Yeah, it takes away from my big blue vein. Well, I do have to say, about 2 weeks before our 10th anniversary, I actually satisfied my need only once.
How'd you do that?
Well, it was with my father's wife's daughter.
No.
Yeah.
How old is she?
24.
She's 24.
24.
So how did you pull that off?
I got her drunk, and I got drunk, and I got in a fight with my wife, went over to my dad's house and had fun.
And where was your dad?
He was watching. Well, not watching us do anything. He was watching me get with his new wife's daughter.
Wait. You watching you get with her? What do you mean he's watching you get with her?
Oh, we were drinking, and then my cousin was over there, and she was taking pictures of us making out with her phone.
Whoa.
He didn't care.
Really? Now that's a freak. Your dad watched you get with his wife's daughter, his stepdaughter.
Yeah,
while your wife was home.
Yeah, no, he didn't see anything happen. He just saw us making out. Saw my hands going up her shirt, and that was about it.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's about as far as I've gotten. I've talked to her a few times since then. That was a couple of years ago, but I haven't done anything with her since. I've asked her if she wanted to hook up again, and she just doesn't act like she wants to, and I don't really care.
Unbelievable.
I just don't care.
Wow. So here you are. How old are your kids?
Well, right now I'm watching my daughter. She's at soccer practice. She's 12. So, yeah, we had kids right away. That's why I got married.
Oh, as you were, quote-unquote, doing the right thing.
Yes, I was.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Now I'm going to ask you the controversial question, okay?
Okay.
Your daughter is 12. Does she have any, like 14-year-old friends that she brings over?
Well, she has an older friend, but her friends aren't all that hot. It's the...
But you've checked.
I've checked.
Well, that's what I wanted to know.
Well, you can look at them and say, you know what, when they're older, she's going to be hot.
So you have been looking at them with that eye?
Well, yeah, I'm not a Michael Jackson, so to speak.
Well, you didn't. Look, we're not accusing you of doing anything. I'm just talking about what are you looking at?
Well, I'm thinking, I've already told my wife. I said, boy, I can't wait till the girls get older. I can't wait to see them hot chicks come over.
Man, oh man.
She don't get jealous. She knows how I am. Every time I go somewhere, she has to come. She saw me at a bachelor party, and I'm sitting out making out with this one chick. We're tying cherry seed things in our tongue, and she comes tapping me on the shoulder, telling me it's time to leave.
Unbelievable. Now, let me ask you a question here. You had that one little incident with your father's stepdaughter. Did she ever try to come back at you for some more, or what was the deal there?
Yeah, actually, about 3 weeks ago, we were over at my dad's house, and yet again, we're boozing. And so my wife goes in and to talk to her mother-in-law, now what she is. Well, I'm in the back getting some more beers out of the garage. She comes in there. We just start making out like mad dogs. Wow. And then we stop, walk back out, and my wife's sitting there, and I just walk in like nothing ever happened.
Wow.
That kind of stuff just doesn't faze me. So I don't know. All the guys out there that have been married for a long time, I mean, there's no way that they can't say, oh, yeah, I'm just going to be totally devoted, or I'm just going to be this. There's just no way. No way.
Unbelievable.
So I don't know. I look now, I tell our secretary at work, her and I are pretty good friends, and I keep telling her, let me know if you have somebody who wants to hook up anytime.
Really?
Yeah. So, and she says that she's on the look, and she knows my wife, and she doesn't like my wife. That's the only reason why she's looking.
So she'll help you out.
Yeah, she'll help me out.
Wow.
Well, you've been married for a long time, and your wife hates fellatio because it doesn't do anything for her. What do you think I'm going to be looking for?
Yeah. Of course, she loved it when she was getting her foot in the door.
Yeah, she liked it when I was paying her car payment when we were dating.
There we go. Yeah, loved it then.
Yeah, so that's how that worked out.
Unbelievable.
But anyways, I don't know. I want to hear some more of these other people. I want to see if I get any more suggestions.
Night, Ray.
Okay, Tom.
Thank you for the call. Appreciate it. Wow. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Tom on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Tom?
Yes.
I'm Tom, and I've been with my wife for about 20 years now.
Yeah.
And it's really getting old. And I look at everything that I could see. and I'm in the construction business, so I'm out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I see quite a few things. And I passed up a few opportunities because, I'm married, I got 5 kids, and it wouldn't feel right now. So, I don't know, I'm really confused right now, to be honest with you.
What have you been doing?
Well, I haven't done anything yet, but I'm right at the verge where I have a good feeling I'm going to. Yeah.
So what have you been checking out?
Oh, I've been checking out everything. You name it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Mainly like, 17, 18. I don't like nothing younger than that. But, my 18-year-old son, he brings his girlfriend over. She brings her friends over, and they're hot young women. And, I kind of talk to them a little bit, but I don't get too involved with them because they're my son's friends, and I don't want them getting back to my wife about anything.
Right.
But same thing with my daughter. She brings her 19, 20-year-old friends over, and, I'm sure if I said something, we could hook up, but, I don't want to do that either.
Oh, boy.
But, yeah, I'm really confused right now, and I think, same thing like the other guy just now. I got married at a young age because I got my wife pregnant, and I thought I was doing the right thing, the right thing to do. So now I got 4 more years, and my youngest turns 18, and once that happens, I think I'm going to find something different.
Now, you are how old, Tom?
I'm 38 right now.
Wait, and you were married how long?
20 years now.
No, that might be a clue as to why you feel this way.
Yeah, that's a big clue. And I just moved here a couple years ago, and ever since I moved here, I've been listening to your show, and everything you say it's right, everything. And it's so unbelievable. And now I'm at that age where I'm looking and I'm really thinking about what's going on here. And the same thing with my wife. When I first met her, she was wonderful. I mean, she'd do anything, anywhere, anytime, wouldn't matter. Now, I don't know what the big deal is. We're not like we're 50 or 60. We're still pretty young people. And she doesn't want to do anything anymore. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable.
Wow.
So
what advice would you have for the boys out there who think that at 18 they're mature enough to get married and have children? What would you tell them?
No way. Don't even think about it. No, that should be the farthest thing from their mind. And I tell that to my kids all the time. I said, don't even think about having kids at a young age. And for the most part, they're listening to me so far. So hopefully they do. And I tell them not at least till they're 27, 28, and they got their life together and they're going somewhere. My life didn't turn out bad. I make pretty good money, but it's just the point of not having that woman around all the time and dragging kids around with you at a young age. They don't need to do that, especially nowadays. It's so different. There's so many things out there that kids can do nowadays, and having kids at a young age ruins their life. It really does.
Boy, no doubt about that.
Yep, I totally agree there. And if I would have been here 20 years ago, like I wanted to, and I heard your show then, if you were around, believe me, things would be a lot different for me right now. But, I really don't regret having all my kids. I can't do that, but I wouldn't do that. I had them because I wanted to have them. So, but now, now I want to get my life together here and head down a different road, I think. So, but I'm not going to do it until my youngest is 18, that's for sure.
I understand, but then you're going to do it.
Yeah, then I am going to do it. I'm sure of it.
Man, oh, man.
Yep.
Wow. All right. Well, Tom, I'm sorry to hear that, but I thank you very much for checking in. Appreciate the call. Wow. 1-800-5800-TOM. Alan on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Dad.
Son, how are you?
The topic is right on point.
Do tell.
I'm 37 years old. I've been married for 7 years. The boredom has set in. I've got an adopted daughter who's 16 with a smoking hot best friend well on her way to being an LA 10 when she hits age.
How old is she now?
16 years old.
All right, the friend is 16 also.
Tom, the other day she's getting out of the pool. I've got the bathroom window that overlooks the pool, and I'm doing my best impersonation of Judge Reingold from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
No!
It happened.
Really?
Yeah, every man's classic movie. Right there in my own backyard.
Wow. Unbelievable.
You know, other than that, to be all honesty, the sex life with my wife and I is real good. But I got to admit, the boredom has set in. It's there. It's real. Yeah. And, you know, everything, like you say, everything that moves looks good. What can I tell you?
It all looks good.
Yeah. That's my story, Tom. Blow me up old school, if you would.
Here you go.
1-800-5800-TOM.
Really?
1-800-5800-866.
Now, let's say you were making the same amount of money you're making now when you were back 25 years old.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'd have had more poon. I'd have been banging 4 chicks a day. I'd be dead.
The Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. And we're talking about people who have, well, they used to call it the 7-year itch, but it doesn't take 7 years anymore. And honestly, sometimes it's not just an itch. It's a goddamn rash, for God's sake. Let's say hello to Rick on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
I'm okay, Rick.
This is Leykis 102. This is relationship issues that we're talking about and not dating issues. And what the women out there have to really, really do is listen to this, because this is happening throughout our whole culture, is that the men, for whatever reason, are not satisfied. And they're not able to tell their women, honey, baby, sweetheart, I love you and we've had some good times together, but I'm not satisfied right now, because the women refuse to listen. But that doesn't mean that it's not true. So this last guy that called and said, I'm going to bail in 2 years, like, wouldn't it be, if he was really intimate with this woman, wouldn't it be nice that he told her now and said, let's plan for this, because I want you to have a better life and I want me to have a better life. And, you know, let's make this plan so that it doesn't have to get ugly. But the women won't listen. And why won't you biatches, and I say that lovingly, why won't you biatches please listen to this, because this is reality.
Well, I think there's a belief among women that, you know, because the divorce laws favor women so much, either that men won't leave, or that if we do leave, we're going to have to pay a fortune to them. That would be an incentive not to leave, or to put up with them not putting out or getting fat or whatever they do.
But I feel like, however the man feels, I feel that it might be reflected in the women. She might feel the same way. These people didn't get hooked up for no reason, so I think that they're having the same feelings. They should really bring it out. I'll give you an example. The relationship that I'm in right now, it's a 1.5 years old, but I've always shared my fantasies with my current girlfriend, and I share my sex with her. That's our intimate relationship. She knows what's going on in my head, and she knows what I'm thinking, but at the same time, I'm opening up her sexuality, and today she called me with a very, very sexy phone call describing a dream she had last night. And I'm going over to her place right now, and I'm completely turned on. But I've set it up this way because I'm being a man. I'm setting up my woman because I'm telling her how to act towards me. I'm a sexual person. Be sexual with me.
Good points, Rick. Thank you for the call. Here's Marie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Well, I've been married for 4 years, and I have the itch.
You have the itch? Really?
My husband, we have a wonderful marriage. Everybody thinks our marriage is wonderful, but he got boring.
How did he do that?
He just wants to come home and relax. He doesn't want to have sex like we used to. We had an amazing time when we were dating, and he was wild and crazy. And we've had a child, and I haven't lost that interest. I haven't lost my body, nothing. And he's a boring one.
So what have you been up to?
Well, my exes and I are still friends. And
friends?
We're friends. I haven't cheated. I don't mess around, no.
Not yet.
Not yet. I definitely think about it more often than not.
What do you do, like cyber sex or something? What do you do?
No, we just talk. We hang out. We reminisce.
About sex?
Yes, we do.
And you tell them how lousy your sex life is now?
Well, yes, I do.
So, in other words, you have more intimacy with them than you have with your own husband.
Yes, I do.
Which only makes the problem even worse than it already was.
It's terrible. There must be more women out there than me whose husbands got boring.
Oh, I'm sure there are. But the death of every one of these relationships, ultimately, is that people don't take each other seriously when they have these conversations. I'm sure you go to your husband, you say, honey, we used to have sex a lot more often. He's like, yeah, stop nagging me.
Yeah.
And so you call your exes on the phone, and they're all too happy to listen.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. I just want all the women out there to know that if their husbands are like that, to leave.
Do you chat online with these guys and send them emails and text messages and stuff?
Yes, we do.
All day?
All day. And my husband sits right there while I talk to them. It doesn't even matter.
Because he sees no threat at all?
None. He totally is on the couch.
So how long will it be before you crack?
Oh, I don't know.
Because unless you go to a counselor or a therapist, this is not going to get better. It's only going to get worse.
I don't know. You're right. He doesn't want to go. He thinks there's nothing wrong. He thinks that married people don't have to do it as often.
And how often do you actually do it?
This is so embarrassing. About 4 times a month.
Once a week?
Maybe. Sometimes twice on a weekend and then twice on another weekend, and that's about it.
That's it.
That's it. And I ask every single night.
And he knows you talk to your exes?
Yes, he does.
And he doesn't care. Maybe you need to tell him, one day I'm going to crack.
I have.
And what did he say?
He says, I will go nowhere because as a child.
But you don't have to go anywhere. That's the point.
No,
you might stay there and then visit your ex for lunch.
Yes.
And
I even fly down to Los Angeles and we go to theater and do what we do.
Uh-huh.
Have you
made out or done anything?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
You haven't touched these guys?
No.
Not yet?
Not yet.
How much longer do you think you've got?
Maybe a few months.
Yeah, if that.
I'm a needy girl.
Yeah. If only he could hear you now. But you know what? My advice to you, by the way, I've been divorced 4 times. I'm no expert.
I've been a long-time listener.
Okay. Well, you need to tell him point blank, you will cheat. You will. And you're not kidding. So it's therapy, or what you'll do next is you're going to go to a therapist. And you know what happens when you go to the therapist by yourself, right?
Yes.
The therapist starts saying things to you like, if you're so unhappy, why are you still there?
Yes.
And eventually you start listening.
I know.
That's where it's heading,
I know. I think I'd rather just misbehave.
I understand that. But you understand that may not be enough for you. I mean, imagine having to live a double life, hiding all the time, flying to Los Angeles.
It could cost me more money to be divorced.
How so?
Because I'll be a doctor next year, and that will cost more money.
But you're not yet.
Not yet, no.
That's my point.
Oh, wow. It takes longer than a year to get divorced.
No, it doesn't.
With a child?
No. If you agree on the custody and the terms of it? No. The only time it takes longer is if you're fighting each other.
They say when you have children, the wife goes downhill. It's just not the case.
Oh. Of course, now, dear, you are a regular listener. You had this child at what age?
I had the baby at 23.
23. Pregnant at 22. Married when?
I was pregnant at 23. Had him at 24.
Okay. Married at what age?
23.
What do we?
I was 2 years short. I know.
What do we say about that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Were you a listener back then?
I was. I used to go to your listener parties back when I was 18.
Did I ever sign your rack?
You have.
Really?
You have.
Still looks good?
Yes, it does.
No, you need to get signed again.
I think I might.
Next time, I'm not going to use ink, dear. Talking to people who've got the itch. At 1-800-5800-TOM, that's our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Let's say hello here to Lee on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, I'm a new listener, new caller. Hey, I don't know where to start. Been married 31 years, got 5 daughters. My youngest daughter's like 26. I have 26 years. I've been bugging the wife. Can you lose some weight? Can you lose some weight?
Yeah.
I bugged her so much about it. She said, let me do it my own time, my own, and it's still 26 years later, she's plumped up. It's gotten so bad, I got to think of some other hot chick I saw, that day or whatever, to get excited enough to have sex with her. It's gotten that bad.
All right, so what are you doing in response?
In response to what?
In response to her chunking up like that. What?
It's like the caller called earlier. It's gotten boring. There's days. Actually, there's weeks, sometimes months. We don't get it at all. I just can't get excited. That's not
right. So what are you doing? Looking at other chicks?
Yeah. I just check out other babes. Thinking, man, I wish my wife looked like that. It's been hard. I've cheated on her 3 times, and it's much her fault as mine. So if you would have lost the weight or you would lose weight, I wouldn't be attracted to other women. I'd be attracted to you. So.
Does she know you screwed around?
Oh yeah. You
mean because you told her, or she caught you?
No, I told her.
And what'd she say to that?
Well, I tried to use it as leverage. Say, look, this is why I did it, because you won't lose weight, and she looks good, and you don't. I tried to use it as leverage, but, it didn't work. It backfired on me. But, she forgave me. We're still married. She goes, well, I understand. Well, I don't understand why you can't, lose 50 pounds, That would help. But anyway, for the younger guys out there, man, it's just like, guys, give us some time. I've been married, like I said, 31 years. I'm 49 years old. I regret. I look back. I love my family, but I regret. Go back. I wish I never would have.
Really?
So, but for young guys, give it more time.
Meaning, don't get married so young.
Yeah, and you know what? Check out the mom too, because whatever the mom looks like is what your future wife's going to end up looking like.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee it. My mother-in-law was hefty. My wife ain't quite that big. I told her, you better not ever get that big. I'll move out. But, check out the mom. If they're not adopted, that's what they're going to look like when they get older. If the mom takes care of themselves.
That's right. Mom is the key to the future.
There you go, buddy. So
no doubt about it.
That's my experience. I love your show. Like I said, I'm a new listener. I think it's great.
Well, Lee, I really appreciate you tuning in, calling in. Thank you so much.
I'm hooked, man.
Very, very nice. Thank you for the call. Unbelievable. Quickly, Jody, can you get it in really quickly?
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Hi. I have a whole different thing here I think you're going to like. I am the other woman that actually the wife kind of picked me out to have sex with her husband so he wouldn't get bored.
Really?
And, we hook up ever so often, and everybody's happy. And so, it's an idea. It works for us, or for them, I should say, really. I mean, it works for me, too. But, for their marriage, it's they're smoking. So.
Yeah, but you got to wonder how many people have an arrangement like that. I'll tell you what. Our email address is my name. It's Tom@blowmeuptom.com. Tom@blowmeuptom.com. Call our comment line 24 hours a day at 310-842-9592.
The Tom Leykis Show.